Hello, kindergarten kipsters. It's Miss Barkley-Anderson here for a phonics lesson. Today we're going to go over these letter names and sounds. You're going to get to practice these letter names on your writing board and practice your sight words of the week. Before we dive into that, we need to make sure that you have all of your materials to be successful. You should have your dry eraser marker, your laminated writing board, as well as a comfy focus spot to sit. I'm going to set a timer for 20 seconds. If you do not have those materials, I want you to go get them. And when you come back to your comfy focus spot, you can put your board and your marker right on the side of you. Are you ready? Get set, go. If you already have those materials, you can start looking at my letters on the side. If you know them, you can say them out loud. You have 7 seconds. Time's up. Make sure you're in that comfy focus spot. Your board and your marker is placed to the side, and let's get started. We're going to go over our sight words. Remember, our words have movements that go along with them to help us remember what these words are. So we're going to go over the word and we're going to do the movement. All right. So this is the word at. And the way that you can remember the word at is you can just settle yourself right in that focus comfy spot because you are at your home. At. You are at your home. At. I am at home. Next word. By. By. For by, you're going to lean. When we lean, we get close to something. So I am by my board. I want you to look around and I want you to lean against that thing and say to yourself, I am by. Maybe you're by your board. Maybe you're by your couch. Maybe you're by your toy. I want you to lean against that thing and say, I am by, because this is the word by. Next word, A. A. All right, you're going to take your hand and you're going to lay it flat. This is your palm. You're going to have that faced up to the ceiling. And you are going to show that object, just like I am, to the screen. I have a, and think, this is an imaginary object in my hand. I have a doll. A. Next word, me. Me. To remember the word me, you're going to take your thumb, you're going to point to yourself and say, me. 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 Last word, in. In. All right, you're going to take your hand and you're going to cup it like this. You're going to pretend this is a little cup and you're going to point and say in, because something is in. This is the word in. All right, let's jump to our letters of the week. We have 3 letters this week. We are going to start with the letter B. The letter B. Repeat after me. B, bat, B. B, bat, B. I want you to take your hand and put your hand under your mouth. We want to make sure our chin stays right there. B, 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 bat, B, B, B. I want you to think of other words that begin with the letter B. Oh, that's a good one. We have ball, and balloon, bounce. Great. This is the letter B. B, bat, b, 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 b. Next letter. What letter is this? Yeah, this is the letter F. Repeat after me. F. Fun. F. Fun. Your bottom lip should be right underneath your teeth. I want you to take a minute and think about another word that begins with the letter F. Wow. Can you whisper it into the screen? Let me whisper mine. Feather. Food. Fantastic. Next letter. What letter is this? Yeah. This is the letter T. Repeat after me. T. Top. T. T. Top. T. Your teeth. T. 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 Think about those words that begin with the same sound as top. T. 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 Teeth and turtle. What else? Toad, tomato. Does your name begin with T? If your name begins with T, put your hand on your head. Great. If your name begins with B, put your hand on your head. If your name begins with F, put your hand on your head. If any of the letters we learned this week aren't the beginning sound of your name, that's okay because we're going to be learning all of the letters of the alphabet. All right, so let's do some writing. Who's ready for some writing? All right, let's review our writing board before we jump into writing. On your board, you have some pictures. We're going to start with the top line. What is the picture you see? If you said a sky, a cloud, or a sun, you are great. We're going to call this the skyline. So our tall letters will always start at the skyline. What line is this? I want you to get your board out. And I want you to point to your skyline. Great. Is your finger on the skyline? Fantastic. All right, let's look at the next line. What do you see? You might have been on this before. You got it. This is the plain line. This is the middle line. The plain line. All right. Point to the next one. What does that look like to you? I mean, I see a flower. Is that grass? You're right, that is grass. We are going to call this the grass line. What line is this? The grass line. All right, let's go to the bottom line. Oh, what's this silly thing? It is. It's a worm. We're going to call this the worm line. What line is this? The worm line. All right, I'm going to say a line, and I want you to point to that line on your paper. Ready? Point to the plain line. You have 3, 2, 1. You should be pointing to the middle line. If you are pointing to the middle line, the plain line, say, way to go, me. Great. All right. Point to the worm line. 3, 2, 1. You should be pointing to the bottom line. Go ahead and kiss your brain. All right. point to the skyline. 3, 2, 1. Great. Give yourself some shine. What line do we have left? Yep, you got it. We have the plain line left. All right, we are going to practice writing the lowercase b today. The lowercase. We have an uppercase and we have a lowercase. We're going to do the lowercase. So in a second, not yet, I'm going to tell you to get your board and your marker ready. In a second, not yet. Let me show you. So when we use our marker, we uncap it. And with the B, we're going to start at this. Let me use a different color. We are going to start at the skyline. I'm going to start at the skyline, go all the way down past the plain line, and stop at the grass line. Then I'm going to go up to the plain line and go all the way down to the grass line and make a bump. All right, this is where you get your marker out, get your board out, uncap it, and we're going to do it together. All right, place your marker at the skyline. Move it all the way down to the grass line. Go up to the plain line and around the grass line. All right, I want you to do 2 more by yourself. 2 more by yourself. Start at the skyline, down to the grass line, back up to the plain line, around to the grass line. You're going to show your skills during guided reading today. So make sure that you're practicing writing the letter B because you are going to show what you know during guided reading. All right. Now you can cap your marker, put your marker down and your board down. We're going to go to the next letter. You'll get to write the letter F as soon as I show you. All right. Again, we're only doing our lower case. So we're going to focus on our lowercase f. I want you to think, what line will we start on when we start writing the letter F? Will it be the skyline, the plain line, the grass line, or the worm line? Yeah, it's the skyline. So the F has a little lip. It goes up to the skyline, down to the grass line, come back up to the plain line, and draw a line across. All right, get your marker, get your board. And we're going to start a little lip in between, all the way up to the skyline, down to the grass line, and a line across the plain line. Fantastic. I want you to practice 2 more. You may need to grab a tissue to erase. We're going to remember that material tomorrow during our phonics lesson. All right, go ahead and cap your marker, erase if you need to, and we're going to go to the next letter. Cap your marker, put your board to the side, and we are going to write the letter, you got it, T. We're going to focus on the lowercase t. I wonder what line we're going to start on. Did you say the skyline? You're right. We're going to start at the skyline. And T, we're going to go from the skyline all the way down to the grass line. We're going to come back up to the plain line and give it a little line across. Little line across. All right. Get your board, get your marker, because now it is your turn. Ready? Starting at the skyline, down to the grass line, and across at the plain line. I want you to practice 2 more. All right, go ahead and erase those letters. All right, keep your board and your marker close. we're going to go through our letters. And after we go through our letters, you are going to be writing a letter that I say. All right, but first, let's go through our letters. What's the letter? B. What's the sound? B. What's the letter? T. What's the sound? T. What's the letter? F. What's the sound? All right. One more time. Now I'm going to mix it up. No peeking. All right. What's the letter? F. What's the sound? What's the letter? B. What's the sound? B. What's the letter? T. What's the sound? T. Great. All right. I am going to say a letter. This is where you need your marker and your board. I'm going to say a letter, and I want you to write the lowercase letter. I still have them on my board. That might help you reference, but I'm not going to show you the cards yet. I want you to challenge your brain and see what you remember. I know you got this. You guys are wonderful. All right, the first letter, I want you to write the letter T. Remember what line to start on, what line to go to, and what extra lines you need to go to. The letter T. All right. You should have started at the skyline, gone all the way down to the grass line, and put a line on the airplane. T. All right, next letter, F. A lowercase f. Which one's the lowercase f? Write the letter F. And we start at the skyline, all the way down to the grass line, and put a line in the middle for the airplane. The letter F. All right, last letter, B. Please write a lowercase b. Remember what line it starts on? It starts on the skyline, goes down to the grass line, and around. Remember, it's got that bump. It's got that bump. It's going away from the plane. Away, because we're going to learn a letter that it goes towards the plane. The bump goes away for the letter B. B. Whew! You guys worked so hard today. Wow. All right, go ahead and erase those boards. I want you to do one more thing before we leave phonics. And I want you to erase your board. And I want you to take 2 minutes to practice writing your first name. Your first name. If you're not sure of your whole name, I want you to at least write the beginning letter of your name. So if your name is Sarah, you will write the letter S. Practice your first name. You have 1 minute left. All right, go ahead and erase your board. Make sure that you cap your marker all the way. This is how you cap your marker. You put it on, and then you find something harder, you use your hand, okay? And you listen to it, and you hear that click. It means it's nice and tight, and it's not going to dry out. Put that in a safe place. Put your board in a safe place. And let's do a cheer because you guys worked so hard today. We're going to do the good job cheer, and you're going to hear so many cheers this year because you guys are awesome. You know you did a good job, so say you did a good job. You know you did a good job, so say you did a good job. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Thank you so much. You guys worked so hard on going over the letter B, the letter F, and the letter T, and all of your sight words. Make sure you are practicing during your independent time this afternoon, and you will show what you know during guided reading today. All right, Kipsters, I'll see you next time. Bye.